So we have seen couple of examples on ngFor. I guess we started discussing about ngFor property. What are the properties we have and how do we work with those properties that I have started. Now coming to that ngFor, ngFor is used for, what is the purpose of ngFor? What is the purpose of ngFor? It is a structure and directive used to add the HTML based on the iterations. If you can iterate it for 2 times, then it will create the HTML for 2 times. If it is 20, then 20 times. It's all depend on the requirement. Okay. Now it's clear, right, for online? Hello. Yes. Okay. So when it comes to an ngFor, we have a couple of properties are available. Those are nothing but the first one is the index, and second one is the even, odd, first, and last that are available. And the index is used to get the index value of the iteration. That means if you are at the first record, it will get the first index. If you are at the second record, it will get the second index. Like that, it will get all that index value. Why it is going to be important means I have already explained you. Suppose let's say you have a table, and in that table you are generating a delete button or edit button. When user click on that particular one, you wanted to get the details of that record. If there is a unique identity, then it's okay. If there is no unique identity, we are going to get the data by using these properties only. And apart from that, these 4 are mainly used to apply the styles, nothing apart from that one. That means, let's say, if it is an even number record, I wanted to give some red color. Or if it is an odd number of record, I wanted to give some green color. Or else if it is a first one, then I'm going to apply the font properties are going to be bold. Or else if it is a last record, I'm going to display with different color combination. So at that time in practical, these 4 are going to be used, but all these 4, if you can observe that, what type here it is going to be? Boolean. Understand? It's the type is going to be a Boolean type over here. Let me show you an example, like how do we work with that one, and later we'll see few more example. I'm going to close. Let's go to the projects, and there we have the directives demo, and there I have an SRC, and that we have an app folder, and there we have the components folder. Right click and add, right click, open with that integrated terminal, and then give the command prompt over there. And then it's all about learning about the properties of an ngFor, so that I want to create a component. How can I? G and C for the component. I'll be giving ngFor properties, that what I can say. ngFor property -- skip -test. So ngFor properties component is getting created, and I wanted to run this component first. So how I can do that one? First use the selector over there. I'm going to take that particular selector and go to that index.html and then giving it over there. That's it. And the second step is going to be whatever the component class we have created, I'm going to give that as going to be my startup and save it. That's it. So the basic sanity is ready. That means the basic things are ready, and I wanted to execute my application. So how I can execute? How I can execute? ng serve, and after that the project name, I guess the project name is going to be directives demo. Then automatically it start the live development server, so that whenever if you are doing any changes, then automatically it get execute. Now I'll be executing it. Now you see this is how it is going to be. Okay, just I mean earlier we are not clicking on here. Why? Because I used a command that is ngs -o. -o stands for open. That means open with your default browser. Because I saw this question from couple of people. Sir, it is running perfectly, but I am not able to see that output. If you are not able to see that output, means here they clearly mentioned, right? Angular Live Development Server is listening on a port number on your local mission, and the port is 4200. If you wanted to give any other port, then also it is fine. Just to give -, port equal to some number you can give. We have around 2 lakh ports are available, and few ports are dedicated. That's all depend on your operating system. One operating system to another operating system, that is different. Understand? So you can give any port number. Why I'm telling this means few people, like, suppose if you see, I close my browser. Okay, now application is working fine, and you are done very well, and it is working perfectly fine, and you started a new implementation, and then you created a new project. What we are doing generally, I'm just closing something like this. Even though you close this one, but in the background that port is using, because that is what the live development server. Until unless you stop your server, the application is continuously executing. That is the reason when I try to open any other new website or any other new Angular application, if I try to run, then we are able to get an error. I'll show you practically even. Right now I'm here. Maybe let's say this is my first tab, and I'm open that with the command prompt, and then ng yes -o if I'm using. Now you see what is the message we are getting. The port 4200 is already in use. Would you like to use a different port or not? If you want, you can say yes, and then give the different port number. I mean, by default it will take. Otherwise, you see it is running under which port number right now? 53604. Okay, 53604 is the port that what currently it is running. Maybe what I can do is I'll stop this one, so that Control C. Press Control C, Control plus C if you can give. Now you can see it is right now it is stopped over here, and now you can see ng yes -o -port is equal to 5200 if I am using, and then click on OK. Now you see it is running under the 5200 port. If you wanted to specify, you can do that one. That's up to you. Right now, which port is running here? See there, 5200. It's all about, like, the commands that what you're playing. Nothing apart from that one. Just to do remember, because I mean, it gives the intelligence, but still I don't know why people are asking the questions. See, if I'm running like 4200 is running, and when I try to run one more time, then what it is showing me? Do you want to run in a different port where 4200 is running? If you can say yes, then automatically it will pick whatever that available port is available. But I don't know. But it's okay. But this is how it is going to be. Now you see still this application is running, right? Now if you open 4200 from the browser, any browser you can open. Let me go with localhost 4200. Now you can see ng for properties. That particular command is working over there. That is how it is. Now what I want to do, I just wanted to show you an example of how we can work with this property. So for that one, I'll write like, few properties here. I mean, few CSS property just for your understanding purpose. Let's say if it is odd number of record, I am going to apply a class with the name odd. And here you can give the color. Let's go with background color hyphen. Maybe I can give this color aquamarine is the color. And suppose if it is going to be even, I'm creating a CSS class and I'm giving the background color as going to be, uh, maybe I can give blurry wood or something, burly wood. Okay. Whatever, like two different colors you can give, that's up to you. I'm just giving to show you the difference. Now, what I want to do, first of all, I wanted to get the data from the fake store API and share the data to the HTML. I hope you people might already aware of it, like how do we share the data. For that, what I can do, I am using public products and this is of type fake product info, na? Product detail. Okay. I'll be using the product detail, which is available over there. And then we are able to see like, multiple values so that I'm creating like this. And after that, try to go with the constructor. Even if it is empty also, please be create. That is important because the next concept of this one is pipe. And maybe we will start working with services also. There I'll explain you dependency injection. Don't think much. Dependency injection mean as an Angular developer, you should understand how to create an object with the help of constructor. That's it. It is not required to learn the whole design pattern because it's time waste process. According to me, it's time waste. It might take, minimum of 15 to 20 days to learn about the entire design pattern, and implementation is different from one to another. In .NET, it can be used it in a different approach. Angular, it can be used in different approach. And also Java, it can be used in different approaches. So that is how it is. Now I created a constructor here and then I'm using ng on init, that what I can give where I can fetch the data. So how we can use it? Fetch and use the URL. What is the URL? It's a fake store API URL, fake store API. And if you can just come below, we have the products are available. Let's go to the products over here and then giving it over there. That means it will give all the products. And again, what I want to do, data goes to data.json I can give. And after that, I am using then, and here maybe I can use the data only. And this dot products is equal to whatever the data we have, I'm able to get that particular data. Clear na? Now you see, I'm going to display this particular products. This product is of what type? It's a array type. So that what I can do, I'll be taking a simple table. Maybe I can take the div and which contains the class as container. And after that, I'll take another div and I'm giving the margin top as going to be 4. And we have a table and the class name is going to be table hyphen over that what I can give. And then let me give the tr and th. And here I just wanted to have some preview because we are able to get an images, right? I'll just give an image preview. And after that, I'll show you like how these properties will behave. First, I'll be printing that index. After that, even. After that, odd I'll be giving. After that, what we are having, first I'll be giving. And then last that what I can give. And after completion of this one, generally, I mean, I don't want to follow with all, but you guys start practicing something like this. Use the semantic tags. Use the semantic tags. Semantic tags in the sense t head, guys, I mentioned many times, if something is going on, if you have any questions with respect to this concept, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll give some time at the end and then you can ask. Because like I told you many times, it is deviated like from here to there and there to here. We are not the professional. I mean professionals, right? On Angular. We are learners. That is where if anything, any questions if you have, I'll give at least 5 to 10 minutes of the time at the end and please ask me. Related to that, if you have any query, you can ask me. Don't worry. Because if I am going there and coming back and there, here, that gives you the more confusion. Don't ask me anything in the middle. Now here I use the T-head. T-head is something like what? It's a semantic tag. The purpose of the T-head is going to be used to perform like many things like SEO operations, you know, right? Search engine optimization, digital marketing, and also identification of that element will be very easy whenever if you can go with HTML5 semantic element. So I don't think so like you will get a chance to work on HTML part purely, but if you have a chance in your practical environment, that is in your real time, always I suggest you to follow the semantic architecture. That is very important. That means semantic HTML5. You can find all the HTML5 element over here. Let's say HTML5 semantic elements. Now you see, they are the semantic elements are available. What is semantic element? You can see HTML was originally created as the markup language to describe the document on early internet. As internet growth was adapted by more people, it needs changed. And where that internet was originally intended to share the scientific document, now the people wanted to share other things as well very quickly. People start wanting to web look nicer. Now, because of that reason, you see, they introduced different tags like this: article, aside, detail, figure caption, figure. All these are okay. When it comes to the table also we are having T head, T body. All these are comes under what? The semantic element. So start using it whenever if you have the requirement. Now I have T head. After that, I'll be using T body. In that, I am using the TR. Now, when it comes to the TR here, we are able to get like multiple values, right? Not a single value. From that particular API, we have like multiple value that needs to get whenever we make a call. So for that reason, what I can do is, I am going to use what? ng for is equal to let item of where the data is available. The data is available under the products over there, and then I am using TD here. So I want to display that preview first of all, so that preview is going to be an internal task, obviously, so that I can give something like item dot. We have what? Image is available. I can display that particular one, and then following with height as going to be around, let's say 75, and at the same time I am just giving the width as going to be 75, and save this application, and then you can see, okay, now here we have, and this is how it is going to be. You see there, am I able to display all the product images or not? Now I wanted to get the index of it. How I can get that index? For that, I told you few properties are available. Those are nothing but the first property is going to be index is the property. How I can give? You can create any variable. Any variable. I'm just creating a variable with the name I is equal to what property I told you? Index is the property. Now what it will do is it will get the index of every iteration. Now that index, I'm printing it over there so that I can give the TD, and then I am giving I as the value. That's it. Now save it and then come back here. Am I able to get that index here or not? See there? Yes or no? I'm just giving another class that is stable so that you see that. Now am I able to get that index or not? Right? For every item you see, we have that index which is going to be created. But who gave this one? ngFor. ngFor is giving you that index. And then the next one is going to be, I am just wanted to give the remaining things also. Let E is equal to even, and after that, let O is equal to odd. Any name you can create as the variable. Let first F is equal to first I can give, and let L is equal to last that what I can give. That's it. Now I'm going to print the remaining things also. Let's have the TD, and I just wanted to give what is the next one we wanted to print? Even, so that I can give E over there. And after that, copy second one, third one, and fourth one. After that, even next one is going to be odd, so that I can give the O, and the first and last, so that I am giving the first, and then I am giving the last over there. Now save it, and then you can come back here. You see here. Suppose let's say if it is an even number of record, am I able to get the true value or not? Yes or no? But if it is a odd number of value, yeah, all are predefined, Kumar. Okay, if it is an odd number, it is giving what? False. A true, false, and true, false over there. Same time, if you can see, if you can give odd, odd is basically what? False. And again, you can see if it is, sorry, if it is an odd, then that is even, that is false, because 0 is an even. So that is where it is showing me false. And then 1 is odd, so that it is showing me true. And the same way, for first it will return true, and in all the cases it will return false. And for the last, you can see it will return all false, but at the end you see it will return what? True value, that what we are having. Like that, these properties will return the value. And if you wanted to apply like any kind of property, that you can apply it over there. That's your wish. Any properties like dynamically, how to identify true or false? Here I am showing you, right? How to identify means. Srinivas, about the pagination, we will be discussed later. Okay, not this session. We will understand later. Okay. Now you see, now whenever if it is an even number of record, I wanted to apply a class that is even class. If it is odd, I wanted to apply a class that is a odd class. That is my requirement. So how I can do that one? Simply for this particular TR, whatever we are having, I am going to use a class binding here. Suppose if it is going to be class dot odd, then I can give O, and if it is going to be, let's say, class dot even, then when it is going to be applied, whenever if it is going to be E, then I can apply that. Now you see, the time when odd will return true, then that class will be applied. Oh, what happened? Let me check why it is not applied. Go to that inspect and console. Console is not having any issues. Okay, it's perfectly fine. We have an app ng for property, and there we have the div. There we have a div table, and then t body. In that tr, okay, class is even. Okay, it is applied, right? Even, odd, even, odd. Very good. It is working perfectly fine. But why the colors are not visible? Let's do one thing. I'll be giving over here, and at the same time, it is not required. Maybe, but classes are applied, but the properties, CSS properties are not applied. Just let me give a different colors here. In place of that, let's give red. Yeah, some dark color, red and blue. I'll come back here and then you can see odd and even. Perfect only, right? And even here I applied class dot odd. Class dot odd. When it is going to be, whenever if it is going to be odd, and a class dot even, whenever if it is going to be even, then that is going to be okay, perfectly fine. But why it is not applied? No need to import. Maybe this is because of the 16 issue. I'll just have a look into it. But 15 version, if you can use, it definitely works because I used it many times. Maybe in 16 they changed the syntax, nothing apart from that. But it's hardly like 2 minutes. You see, the thing is like classes are applied here. If you can right click and go to that inspect, and in the element section, you can see we have a div and there we have a table. And in the table body, you can see we have table row and that row will contain the class. See this, the class is going to be even. And then second row you can take, the class is going to be odd and the class is even. It should work, but not sure like why it is going to be. But anyhow, we will understand, don't worry, because still we are not yet discussed about the class binding or style binding. That concept will comes under the behavioral directive. Right now our focus is more on structural directive, how to use. So that is the reason I'm not going to discuss anything with respect to the style binding and class binding. But this approach, like it is a traditional approach that we are following from Angular 2 onwards. But Angular 7 onwards, we have ng class and ng styles are introduced. Both are used to apply the styles dynamically. Maybe it was deprecated, but still it should come, because like you see, we have the classes that are applied over here. I'm not sure like why it is not coming, but anyhow, we will see that. Okay, we will see it later, don't worry. So the purpose of this one is going to be, suppose like the scenario that what I'm explaining here is in real time. Whenever if you people are having, let's say you don't have a uniqueness on your table and you wanted to perform a common action, or else finding that particular item from this particular row. Suppose let's say I have a delete button here. When user click on delete, I want to delete this particular row. Then how you can do that one? Do you have any uniqueness on that images? Tell me, do we have any uniqueness here? I don't have any uniqueness. So that how I can do that? To do that one, I used index over there. And even odd, first and last, these properties are mostly used to apply the styles. Nothing apart from that one. Whenever if you wanted to apply the style, then you can go with that particular one. So like that it is, but this part like we will see later. It's all about the style binding. It's simple syntax only, but I'll just check and update you on this particular one. Clear about these properties? Tell me. Yes or no? Okay. Now, the next property that we are having and which is very important, that is not generally a property, that is a function. Okay, ng for function, ng for function, and that function is going to be track by is available. Now, what is a track by here? It is used to track the changes, and update based on the data that what we are having. So what is the purpose of it? Suppose let's say I have some data where the data is going to be, that means let's say I have a requirement, a simple requirement I will show you. Let's close all. Otherwise, create a new one, because this is going to be used much more in our practical environment. Just follow me. I'll use the command cmd and then ng c for the component, and then track by is the name, hyphen skip hyphen test, that what I can give. Okay. Track by is the one. Now you see, I'll go with a different one, track by. I'm using this in my index.html, and where I can give this particular one, track by. And after that, the next thing is going to be whatever the component is created, I'll make it as going to be my startup over there. Let's give the startup over here. So a simple requirement I will show you. Suppose let's say I have a list of employees or list of products that are available. So how I can create simply, let's say public, maybe I can give products over there. I don't want to give like any type for this one. Just you can give some values here, name equal to, or else let's say the type is going to be any, you can give, always it's a good practice. And the first one is going to be, I wanted to have the products over here. Maybe you can give TV. After that, let's say price. I don't want to prepare like more data. Just you can give like this. This is the one. And then let's have 3 records over there. First one is the TV, and second one is going to be the mobile, and the mobile is going to be some value. And after that, we have what? Let's say smartwatch. And I just wanted to give 4,500 or something. Right now, how many products are available here? 3 products. Now, how to display these 3 products? I hope you people might already aware of it, right? How do I display these 3 products? Tell me. We'll go to the HTML. We'll go to the HTML, and then I'll take a div, and the div is having a class that is a container, and take a simple table, and by using take a simple table. Maybe I can take a div where I can give MT4, that is margin top 4, and I'll take a simple table over there, and table hyphen hover also I'm just writing something like this. I'll write a TR over here where I can give the TH, name of the product, and then another TH here, price of the product. How to display it? Tell me. How to display it? By using TR, NG, NG for is equal to let item of products or whatever we have, will be getting it, and then TD where I can give what? item dot, I'm sorry, item dot, what is the first one? Name. And then item dot, we have the second one, that is the price. A quite simple one, nothing major over here, right? We have the price is available and we have what? Name is also available. Both are displayed over there. Now tell me, whenever if I wanted to update this particular data, let's say I'll do one thing after this particular div, that what, or else like after this table, I'll take a div here. Let us have a simple button, update button. I'm going to write something like a button, update latest data, or else get latest data. Get latest data, and this button will work when user click on it. Now what I can do, maybe I can say update click is the function that what I wanted to write it over there. Now you see, I'm going to write a method that is update click. Okay, this is how it is going to be. Now you see what happened. Whenever right now, how many records are rendered already here? 3 records are rendered. Everyone is clear, right? Suppose let's say if user is added like one more record, then how many records are available updated? Total 4 there, but 3 are already rendered on the browser, right? So that means if you can get the latest record, then that should be fine or not? Yes or no? But what happened internally, you see, I'll be using this dot products is equal to whatever the data I'm having, I'm going to having it over there, and then whatever the latest one you have, you can give it over there. Just assume that I wanted to add another one that is going to be, let's say, tablet, and the cost is going to be around, maybe I can say 9,000 I can give. Now, how many are updated records here? Only one. Because like, you know, if user fetch the data from the first time, whatever the data we are having, on the top of only the data is getting updated. That means my source is updated with a new record, but existing data is as it is, right? Yes or no? Did you understand what I am saying? Suppose you are doing a banking transaction, man. You have, let's say you made 10 transactions on the day. When 11th one come, is it removed all the 10 transactions from the DB? Tell me. No, it is not done. That means by default, like whatever we are having, it will be as it is. But what happened? But update, okay. But what happened? The latest one is getting updated. Now you see what happened here. What is the problem here? You can observe that. I'll go and inspect it and go to the, okay, don't need to go to the network right away. Now you see, we have total how many TRs right now at this moment? 3 TRs, right? You can see 3 TRs are available and 4. Fourth one is the heading. That is where I told you to give the semantic tags. Now you see everywhere I use the TR. I don't know that like what is heading, what is data. Now that is where if you can have the semantic tag, then easily we can identify. First one is what? The heading, and these 3 are going to be iterated based on the ngFor only, right? Based on ngFor, I'm able to see this particular content over there. Okay. Now you see the time when user clicks on update over here, get the latest data. Now you see all 4 rows are getting updated or not? Yes or no? See that when user click on there, it is updating the whole table. If you can see, is it visible to all? Yes or no? Online. This is very important. That means when user click on here, you see it is getting updated. Because I already have the data which is rendered, why should I make a call? Why should I make a call? Suppose let's say I retrieved around 500 records and it might take, let's say, 5 seconds of the time for me to retrieve. If there is one record is updated on the back end, Then again 501 record has to be come, right? Then again it take that much time or not? For every new updation, if I'm making a call and get even that existing data, then that's a time waste process for me. So to overcome that, what I can do, I use a track by function. Now what is track by? Track by is a function based on that index, it will fetch the data. I will show you that. Let's come back here. Now what I want to do is I'm going to use a track by here for ng for how I can give. I'm using track by that what I can give is equal to whatever the function you people wants to give. I guess this is how the syntax. Okay, track changes. Any name you can give, that's up to you. I'm just writing here track changes and then create that function here. And this track changes function is expecting one parameter which is of index, and the type is going to be any, or else the type is going to be, maybe you can give number also. Srikanth, but here we are not supplying anything. No need to supply, because ng for whenever if you are giving an ng for and then track by, then automatically to this particular function it will give that index and get that particular index over here. Clear na? Clear. Now what I want to do, I am just writing return index. This is the standard syntax. No need to do anything. This is the standard syntax that we are following. Now this time you see, right now how many are available? 3 are available. You can refresh it once again. You can see we have 3 are available. Now if you can just click on get latest data, how many are updated? 4 are updated, only 1. You can observe clearly here. Clearly here you can observe. Earlier it was updated like, even the table and everything is updated. But this time you see, when user click on here, only that updated record is affected, right? Yes or no? That means not even here. Suppose let's say I'm going to add like few more over there. I just wanted to add another one. Maybe I can say shoes, and where I can give 4,500 and save it. Now you see right now 3 are already rendered to me, and I'm able to see. When user click on get latest data here, you see whatever the data we are having, that only getting updated. And again, if I click on here, is it performing any action? Because all are rendered here. Track by what it will do, whatever that items we have given, it will take that index value from that and maintaining within the application memory. Now, whenever if it finds like, there is a new index, then only it will get, otherwise it won't get the remaining items. That is how it is going to be. The only one limitation here is, I'm not sure, actually. I guess it was fixed. I mean, this is a bug actually in Angular 13 and all the version. The bug is going to be, right now you see when I start my application and run, what data we are having, TV, mobile and smartwatch is the one, right? TV, mobile and smartwatch is the one. But you updated where? In middle of it, right? You updated in middle. Generally that won't happen. Always any updation will take place or addition will take place at the end. That won't happen, but this is a bug in earlier version. But in 16, I haven't updated. I'm using it, but I haven't updated myself. Whenever it requirement comes, we'll update. It's quite simple, because from 2 to 16, I didn't feel like, more changes. Whatever we have, like they are more focusing on the UI part, not on the functionality. Now you see right now TV, mobile, smartwatch. Why it is coming? Because whenever my application is loaded, then automatically this data only will get loaded, right? But in between, like you see, mobile and a smartwatch, I added a product that is the tablet, right? Now, when user click on it, now you can observe the behavior. When user click on it, very good, it was added. Now you see, when user click on it, it is getting updated only these two. This feature, I mean, I guess in Angular 13, I guess it was a bug. Whenever if you do any modifications in the middle, then it won't able to grab that particular change. But now it is working fine in Angular 16. That is only the limitation earlier, but now it is getting fixed. We don't need to worry about it. So this is one of the very important function that we are having with respect to what? ng for. Track by is the function. What it will do? It will accept a function, and what that function will contain? It contain the index, and whatever that item is rendered on the browser, it return that index. Whenever the new index will come, then automatically it will send the request and grab that particular updated data only. That is how it will work. Any questions over here? Please ask me. Any questions for anyone? Right. Now it's time for what question they are asked someone. Am I not using the class there? ng for property. Correct only. Okay. Track by function always same. So why then? Why they take in library? ng if same condition, wrong or? I didn't understand your questions. Track by function always same. So why they take in a library? Library means? No, then it won't track, Chendu. Then it won't track. This is only for insert operation. It won't work for the remaining. Yes, track by is used only to get the latest records, not like any kind of updations on the data. Existing data updation it won't get. For that, like normal code only. See, guys, learn the concept. That is where I told you, Radhakrishna. Why I wrote over here is, you see, because see, why I wrote over here is, fake store API is having around 18 records. Is it possible to add a new record to that? Tell me, is it possible? No. So that is the reason what I have done. I prepared my data myself, where what it is containing, it contain initially this product, and additionally these two products are added. I'm just creating my data source by myself, so that is where I'm maintaining like that. Okay, it doesn't matter that if you are having 10,000, then 10,040, 10,050. No need to have. Update means what? Getting the latest data from the database, or else from that API. API is giving like the latest data, then it will be work. Understand? This is just an example purpose, but understand the concept here. That is where I told you the concept. What concept I told you? Your transactions you can take. Just assume that initially you have 3 transactions in your account, and after that, when user wants to get like the latest statement, definitely there will be few more, right? Yes or no? That logic you can write it over here and then get the latest transactions, all the transaction. That is where I'm giving. Okay. Explain track by changes function. If you wanted to show the latest information about the user, enter in any registration form. So we have to use, yeah, that's always good practice only. ngFor will process, I mean, here you can see ngFor is available, right? The track by what it will do is it will take that index value from that ngFor and giving it to this particular function. Now this function name can be anything. I'm just writing track changes for a better visibility purpose. If you wanted to give any name, some XYZ test, anything, you can give it over there. And then what you can do, it give that index value and then return that index. That's it. No need to do anything. The internal process, everything is going to be taken care by the track by. Now you can see what is track by. You can read it even here. Specifies a custom track by function to compute the identify, okay, identify of the elements in an iteratable. If a custom track by function is provided, ngFor of will use that item's object identity as the key. What is object identity? What is mean by identity? How you can identify an element or a row based on that index only, right? Yes or no? So that is what a custom track by function, which will be helpful. You can read the content, like here they provided many things. Good user experience in causes where the items are in an iteratable rendered using ngFor have a natural identifier based on the custom ID or the primary key. But I told you, like always, better to go with what? This one, index only. Can you please explain dynamic render heading and the data of table instead of static heading and properties like item dot? Yeah, Kumar will see that. You need only headings. If the data comes with a heading, then it's okay. But if there is no heading, then I can't do anything. Okay, I'll just check and update you. But before that, I told you, like I'll give an assignment to you. There is, like, you know, one more API is available. I'll just show you. There is another one in the bookmark section. I bookmarked Angular. Right. Now you see, this is also a JSON object where you can have, like, you know, the huge data. Okay, where you can have the huge data. We have the photos and there we have an ID. Okay, SOL camera, and in that ID name, rover ID and the full name. We have an image, earth date, rover. So like that, you see, we have data, I guess around, it's a huge data. See this. Okay. So what you guys needs to do is, you guys just get that particular data and display within the HTML, either by using a table or by using like a simple cards are available. Now what you can do is, this is the data. I'll upload this in the document. Maybe I can include this one in here. Okay, in track by component HTML, I am giving some H4 or H6. There I can give so that you can access the data. Okay, I am storing it over there. This is how, like, you know, the data is going to be. Okay, this is the URL. What you guys can do is, whenever like you execute that application, get all the data and display the way how I am displaying here. You can display all the data. That is the first requirement. We have, like, you know, that images and display the data, same data like a table and a card. Now what is card here? Bootstrap card. What is bootstrap card here? You can see we will be having what? Bootstrap cards are available. Bootstrap cards are available. When I say about okay, now you can observe the data that we are having. We have an image SRC is available where it comes with some images. If you want, you can see. I'll show you that images over there. This is how that image is going to be. It's a Mars image. Okay, it's a Mars image. And if you can open this one, this is how the images are going to be. Okay. So what you guys can do is here, get the data and display by using the table, that is one. And the next one is going to be here in this particular place, display that image. And after that, you can come back to the data. You can just come back to the data. And here you see, we have the title is available somewhere. Okay, otherwise let's do one thing. Image has to be displayed here. That is the one. And next one is going to be full name is available, right? Just to display the full name over here. Okay, that is the second one. And third one is going to be, we have like, the description is there, but I didn't find like, more description here. Just to do one thing, this ID and full name has to be displayed as the part of it. Here, you can have ID and full name. 3 items has to be displayed here and here image. Like that, you can have multiple. Okay, you can go with the dflex is the class is available. Where I can show you that even d-flex is available. So what it will do is it will just flexible that items here. You can see dflex. This is like one div, second div, third div. Generally divs will be displayed like in one by one, but if you can give the flex, then what happen, it will automatically adjust based on the content. So what you guys have to do is here, you have to display them like, in a proper format. First 10, after that 20, 30, 40, like that what we are having. That is going to be your assignment. That means first you can display in a table and second you can display the same thing in a card, bootstrap card. And this is the URL. I'm going to post that URL in our Google Classroom, Google Drive. Regular notes is there, right? Running notes. I'll update over there so that you can take it from then and then you can start practicing yourself. Clear na? Right. Now we will see another example. I'll show you like how it is going to be. Maybe I'll go to here, Angular. I'll just use the command prompt. Okay, nothing I have done at routing level. So as we discussed, by having like all those things, we will understand. Okay. Let me run this once. Okay. Okay. Now you see, this is how like, the design is going to be. We all will going to develop this one. Don't worry. Right. Now for you, the assignment, another assignment is, I asked you to display the data, right? Like this only. This is what I use the card, just an image, and then following with some data. With whatever the concept we learned so far, I implemented like, the whole with that concept only, nothing apart from that same directive. And also same events that we have already seen with the help of select, all those things I used. Now for you, the assignment, second assignment is, first one is everyone is clear. Everyone is clear. First assignment, display that API data by using a table, and second one by using the bootstrap card. And third, second assignment is, those two are one only. Okay, don't consider it two. And the third assignment is going to be, create the design by using the bootstrap like this. Okay, you don't need to get all the data and you don't need to perform like any action. Just what you guys can do is, this is how it is going to be. The look and feel is like this, right? Now I'm going to take a screenshot of it. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. Now what you guys can do is, please prepare like, the HTML for that, HTML, and use the bootstrap. Srikanth, what about that image? You can take any dummy image also, not an issue. You can take single image, and that image you can display one by one also. But I am expecting from you guys is, implement this with the help of pure HTML. And if you wanted to write any CSS, if you are proficient in that, you can go, or else you can use the bootstrap and bootstrap icon just to do the design part you can complete. And about the functionality and all, I'll explain you in the next session. Okay, clear now, right? I'll just post everything over here. Give me a minute. Okay, so the things which are pending from my end is what? I guess we have the notes. Where it is, that's different. Okay, I'll just upload the notes, and after that the example ng for property component. So maybe I can write an example one, that is ng for properties, that what I can say. And here I am using the component, and the component logic has to be, and then following with HTML also I'll be giving, and CSS. Okay, this is one thing pending. I'll just have a look into it. And CSS, I'm going to take the CSS also. That's it. This is like, the first example. And then example 2, ng for track by. Okay, track by function. And for that, I'll be copying the TS file. And the next one is going to be the HTML. And in that HTML, guys, I have included what? The NASA API also. Here you can find it. That is the one. And at the same time, we'll be giving an assignment over there. The assignment is going to be what? What is that assignment? I guess somewhere I wrote it. Okay. This is that assignment. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. Okay. So I've given like, the screenshot also. You guys just follow that and then prepare the HTML for that. HTML, CSS and Bootstrap. Those three you can do. Sir, please mention the date about notes. Okay. You can download these notes, right? No, you cannot. I guess you can download these notes, download yourself and maintain whatever you want. Either with the date, okay, or with the star. Anything you can maintain. I don't have that much patience. You can do that one. That's it for the day. I'm not feeling well. We'll wind up session for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow, like if you are done with this design, I'll provide the TypeScript file for that one. Okay, I will show you like whole execution process and we'll be giving one more assignment for tomorrow. Okay, so please be ready with this design. Thank you and have a nice day. You may leave for the day. As a data binding.